Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy Julian, and I'm back with another video. Today, I got a few special guests, which is Emily and Emmy from A Little Bit of Everything family. So basically, just we're just today we're going to be reacting to the freaky influencer problem. So before we get into the video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for my channel, and also check out their channel. Like they have really dope content. So we're gonna just basically give you guys our opinion about what we hear and things like that. So we're gonna get straight into it. Let's go.
Let's get it.
And everyone didn't become mentally deranged from it, because the stuff that happens now online is stuff we would think would never happen on the internet like 5 years ago. And this past year and last year, there's been really two people that I'd say have become the face of Gooners. Gooners might be too nice of a word for them, actually. We'll just call them
the faces of Satan's underworld.
and that's Lily Phillips and Bonnie Blue. These two women right here have single-handedly set back feminism like 100 years. Lily Phillips is an OnlyFans creator that started her account back in 2020 when she was 19. It's crazy to me how it's normal for you to now instantly turn 18 and start an OF. I remember when Bad Baby did it a couple years ago and everyone was so shocked at the thought of someone doing that. Now you'll see girls casually counting down their birthday on social media until they can open it. Like, she really opened her account at 19, didn't even wait to get out the teens. A lot of these girls don't realize how bad it could be for them until they grow up, because so much changes about you from your teens to 20s to 30s. She's lucky she didn't end up hating it and trying to delete her account, because once you open that blue and white logo account, there is no going back. It's forever staying on the internet. You could hire the CIA and they probably wouldn't be able to scrub everything you put out. And you could tell she was someone growing up that was insecure, which may relate to her sex addiction. She's admitted before on a podcast that she got lip filler at 17.
And what surgeries have you had? And how old were you when you started getting things done?
Oh my God. I actually got lip filler when I was 17.
How bad do your insecurities have to be to get work done at 17? Kylie Jenner has done LeBron James numbers of destroying women's confidence on the internet. As much as I blame her for getting it, you can't tell me this don't fall on the parents too. Because there's no way she gathered enough money at 17 from working at McDonald's or something to go to the doctor and get pristine lip fillers. Also, there's no way her parents didn't have to sign anything at that age for her to be able to do it. 17 is insane because potentially your body isn't even done with puberty. Lily Phillips mainly advertises herself a lot on podcasts and places like TikTok, doing the most recent trends and whatever's popular to get attention on her. I always find it very concerning when they do this, because they know damn well a lot of the people looking at these trends are under the age of 18. If they're
How easy is it to get health insurance? Watch this. Get Covered Illinois, the state's new health insurance marketplace.
Why
Way
would
to
you
get
go on
insurance.
Twitter? I would say that's fair game, because a lot more older people are on there, and let's be real, Twitter's just known as the Gooner app. They know, though, intentionally doing these trends on TikTok is gonna lead to minor scenes. It's the exact same play the Bop House does. But to them, yeah, they could care less. It don't matter, because it helps them stack up their bread. She's most known for going viral last year for sleeping with 100 men in a day and having it documented. And also the same day, contracting a new type of STD scientists never believed was possible.
Wait, what?
For this. If you've never
Wait,
Oh, you never,
what?
so you never knew about this?
I did not. So I think that is a topic that really needs to be discussed, right? We
Hmm.
we we practice, in America we practice something that's supposed to be almost religious, right? As you know. And that's something that a lot of nowadays people talk about, how, being virtual and imagine the idea of sleeping with 100 men in one afternoon. I want you to imagine that. My daughter is 14 years old, and one of the virtues that my grandmother, I come from a long line of women that have been very strong women. Um, we technically want to get married and have that now. The idea of someone, not only like mentally, how would that affect a woman, but eventually just think about it, how other people will perceive you. 100 men in an afternoon.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah, I'm surprised
I
you.
mean,
I'm surprised you didn't know about this.
I didn't. So I wanted this, like I said, I knew about the Bop situation, that Bop house with Jaylene Ojeda and all them, right? I knew about that and
Mm,
how there was minors in there.
yeah.
Again, I agree with the creator that he said like there's no way that the parents did not know. So does this lead to child exploitation?
Hmm.
It's stacking up your bread is what it is what he said, right? I'm
Yep.
paraphrasing here what he said. It's about stacking your bread, but at what cost? At what cost are we doing this to our children?
Mm-mm. Yeah, this
That's crazy.
yeah, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, so it's still early.
Okay, let's keep going. Let's
You
keep
do
going.
yourself a favor and don't watch it. The whole stunt was done because she wanted to push her name out there and push her limits. Her name did definitely get pushed more out there. I don't know if she was expecting positivity or something. No one in public is gonna look at this and start cheering and chanting for her success. I guess she did get some of the positivity she wanted. She got awarded Best Female Creator in the award show. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even know there was a Lunar Award show until researching for this video, and that it's been up since the
Year I was born.
we as a society just gotta do better. Her whole message is very dangerous too, because whenever someone tries to press her for what she's doing and saying it's disgusting, she frames all of her actions in a feminist way and that everything she's doing is empowering.
A feminist means you want equality between men and women. And that is honestly what I'm striving for.
Imagine being one of the women marching in America like 100 years ago trying to gain the right to vote. And this OF star equates her getting 100 men to blow at her back as the same suffering. And this is the exact opposite of feminism. If anything, she's taking away from it. She's promoting her body
Yes.
everywhere and saying you just gotta sign a form to smash her. And that's exactly what these misogynistic men would want. They look at women as objects. Her saying she's a feminist just takes away from the message of actual women out there who are fighting. And also, I can almost guarantee this. There's gonna be some little girl out there watching Lily Phillips talking like this, then grows up, ends up doing the same thing as her, and she's gonna say that Lily inspired her to do it. The least she could do is own it and say she's a thought or something. Because her saying she's a feminist is just gonna misconstrue the real message. And clearly she doesn't believe in her own message because in the video she started crying saying it was more intense than she thought it was gonna be.
Feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's not like just having to someone. Yeah, just one in, one out. Like it feels intense. Like more intense than you thought it might. Yeah. I think I was when I talked to you last, like I was not nervous. It was like the day before. I was like, oh, I'm so nervous. But it was good. It was more. I guess the interactions weren't like I'd have to stop them early and like you'd have to stand on business and be like, I'm so sorry, you got to go, and like the awkward interaction of like you feeling pressure to have to make them like you haven't spent enough time with them and feeling like they didn't like you didn't give them a good time because like they only got 2 minutes. And
The crying is way worse when you realize she's also crying because every dude didn't get to finish. And that's how you know her ass is freaked out. She was trying to make sure every dude was in bliss and satisfied, treating her coochie like an Amazon review comment section. The long-term effects for this aren't showing yet. She just started to become big this year. It may lead to the point where she'll need security in the future simply because the image she presents online. A person who's a fan of hers in public cannot be normal. And now her next big challenge she's planning on doing for virality, I'll just play the video and you can judge for yourself.
I'm going to be the first person to get bonked for 24 hours straight. Now, you can tune in and watch this because it is getting live streamed this Friday.
When does it get to the point for her where doing this is not even worth it? After this, is she gonna do 3 days in a row? A week in a row? They gotta take this woman's brain in the future and study it for how the fuck she even ended up like this. We're done with Lily though. This next woman, she takes it to a level of her. Rumor has it if you say Bonnie Blue's name in a mirror 3 times, you get touched in your sleep vigorously. It is essential that you do not do this. There is never a frame I've seen of Bonnie Blue where she does not look like a demon. She has one of the most soulless looks I've ever seen. Anybody who can look at Bonnie Blue's face for 10 seconds in a row without getting scared gets $1 from me.
Hi. Bye.
Congrats if you survived. I personally couldn't do it. To get your $1, just hit up any of these accounts in my comment section that say Tommy NFG bot and they'll happily supply you with your dollar. That's a joke, by the way. Don't do that. Bonnie Blue is an OF creator who started in 2023, which is very recently, and for her to be so known in so little time, every time you see her on social media, she's always doing something for public attention. A couple of months ago, her and D-list washed up, whole image was fake from the start, rapper Lil Mabu. We're in a fake relationship and fake getting married. Man, we got the battle of the bit going on. They got to be competing for who does for social media attention the most. Also, they both got banned from attending any NBA games ever in the future again, because on live TV, while the camera was panned on them, Bonnie decided to, and I'm keeping it YouTube appropriate, let's just say tie his shoe. And after tying his shoe, she had to wipe off something
No.
that was coincidentally there.
Yeah, I remember this because it was all over TikTok. So I guess they went on a few dates or whatever, and she was trying to basically convince him to get in a relationship or whatever. And
Right.
I didn't remember. I don't remember. I don't think I've heard about what really happened, but I know they did go to a game. And I guess when this came out and that said like tie his shoe, and I'm like, okay, now I see why. So
So it was a sexual thing, I'm assuming that was done
yeah, pretty much. I mean, he said tie his shoe, keeping it age appropriate. So you would kind of figure she was doing something.
under the bleachers. So that's why they were banned, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Oh my goodness, that's disgusting. Okay.
At the same time, it was obviously fake and just for attention. I know Lil Mabu's gonna regret that in the future. He won't be able to see the GOAT play his last game. I'm gonna wish that on my list. That's the biggest sin out of his whole career, even more than his music. She also faked getting arrested. Why is it when someone is falling off every time, they either start politically grifting, open an OnlyFans, or fake themselves getting arrested? Bonnie Blue's whole shtick is weird because her main thing is being with guys that are quote unquote barely legal. Saying that word just causes a compulsion.
What?
Usually, the only people I saw in that barely legal wave was weirdo losers on Twitter who would go into girls'
I
comments and celebrate when they turn 18. Anytime you see a girl that's famous under the age of 18 turn 18, as soon as she posted on Instagram, you see a bunch of weirdo losers in their comment sections. But Bonnie Blue may have outshined all of them. At this point, her whole obsession with people being barely legal needs to be classified as a mental illness. Listen to her answer on this hypothetical scenario if she had a son and he turned 18.
If you were
how old is that lady? Is she in her 40s?
No, she's in her 20s, like late 20s and early 30s.
There's no way.
Yeah, I mean, she looks old, but
There's no.
she's either in her late 20s or early 30s. Yeah.
I could have sworn. I mean, just looking at her, like definitely, like I thought she was in her 40s. Like her face, her skin pulled back like that. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, she looks old. I mean, you could tell by the Botox, but she is definitely in her.
Yeah, she claims that.
Yeah, she
Is
definitely.
this the same woman who had sex with over 1,000 men?
Yep. That's the well, no. Wait, actually, yeah, that was she had the goal to like sleep with 1,000 men within 24 hours, basically. That was like one of her biggest challenges. I don't know if it worked, but she tried to do it.
Imagine. I'm sorry, but these are one of the topics I think that where I feel that the TikTok phenomenon and the entire, I mean, just in TikTok, that's where my problem lies, right? If you want to have fun on TikTok and do, funny things or skits and or family things or even, crazy things that people do. But this, there has to be a line drawn
Hmm.
to have in my brain, in my teeny tiny brain, I'm thinking about sleeping with 1,000. Did you hear the number?
No, I never.
1,000 men. That is my goal to sleep. I mean, where does TikTok like find the fine line?
I mean, apparently there's no boundaries on TikTok.
There is no boundaries. Just, I mean, there isn't. I think anybody that and I like I said, it's nothing. I guess towards the channel, it's people in general that, like he said, this person talking said, the clout chasing and the amount of things people will do for the buck, right? What more can someone do for the buck? What will, I mean, does it take like selling your soul for that, the followers or the views?
I mean, she a
I can
demon.
give you like,
I mean, she a demon. What you talking about? Like for her. I mean, you can tell that she's lost sight of reality. So it's like she don't really care at
yeah.
this point.
So I feel that there is some kind of mental illness. I'm gonna have to defer back to Psychology 101, where someone is dating barely legal. Think about that. Like you're a child and you're transitioning into adulthood, and that's who she's after. That's predatory. Do you know
Yeah,
what I mean? What's the difference between her and Diddy?
their age difference. There's an age difference, and one of them is black, one is white.
But but it's acceptable for her, right? People feel like, oh, okay, well, it's a woman, let's it's a woman, so she's gonna get away with, but it's not getting away with. I think there's just has to be a line that's drawn, and I feel that there TikTok is not drawing a line. It's just the more views, the more people watch, and the woman is the more money she makes.
Hmm.
I mean, and how does it impact young men? My concern is more for the young men than for her because she could do whatever she wants and be, you know, with her body. But I'm talking about the young men who get impacted by this. What mentality is what gets affected with them? Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I get it because I remember because literally I don't know. Well, this is months ago. There was a teacher not by where I stay at, but she's like maybe like 50 minutes away, but she had like inappropriate relations with I think it was like a 13-year-old, but I think he was in special need. I think he had special needs or something
Oh my gosh.
or
Say it.
this or disability or something like that. And I guess
Just imagine.
it'd been
Yeah.
going on for like 2 years, and they kept finding more and more evidence. So I guess she was getting more charges being, added to whatever her case is. But I don't know what's the status on that, but I just know that she had some weird relations with, and she was married, obviously, which is not surprising. But yeah, that whole thing kind of just blew up.
And I think that's where it gets dangerous, right? So where it gets dangerous is where do we stop? Um, these OF, which I feel that OF is just young women trying to make a buck, and I understand, whatever. But that wasn't my situation in my time. My time was like going to work. We got the job at McDonald's or we got the job where we needed. This OF thing really took off with TikTok.
Hmm.
It really took off. It took off like so everybody was thinking like, oh, I could do that. You know what I mean? And not even have to work really. Well, you got to work. You got to. There's some work involved. I'm assuming,
Yeah.
but mentally, emotionally, physically, it does, and it will take a toll on the body. I can tell you that. Um,
Hmm.
in any standpoint, it's just crazy. I am in shock. My mouth is like on the floor.
Yeah, there's more.
Wow.
There's more. So be
Okay.
ready.
Okay.
How would you feel if you slept with someone
Be
like
aware.
Yeah, I'd love it. You'd love it. Yeah, obviously not me. I don't want to sleep with my actual son, but I would send him to whether I'd put him in someone else. So you prefer him to than just like fall in love nicely with a nice girl and have sex that way? How unrealistic is that to say? Who falls in love at 18, gets married and has loses their virginity to the person they get married? Does not happen.
You could tell with that last statement that she definitely got hurt by somebody. She don't even believe you can find love anymore. Her ex-husband, and yes, she has an ex-husband, must have been the Joker or some like, what did bro do to her? And even if she believes that, it doesn't mean sending your son immediately to a street worker at night to do the deed. She does recruitment of 18-year-olds anywhere at any time. Just look at this clip.
But my nephew's 18. He's still a child. I'll send him to me then. I'd absolutely never do that. Hopefully I'll find him in my queue one day.
I'll find him in my queue.
What?
If I was an interviewer,
Just send him to me then?
Yeah, yeah, that's literally.
The chancla?
I mean, I'll be.
Did
I
you see
mean,
the chancla in the back?
I told you.
Session with guys barely legal also led to her being banned from Australia. She was trying to run an event which she does in different countries called Schoolies Week, where she has people who just turned 18 do the deed with her for free, then post it on OF. And parents got so mad out there that they made a petition for her to be denied entry to the country, which got 20,000 signatures. Because of that, her visa got canceled to enter. Shout out to Australia for standing on business. I feel like every country should do the same thing. Where she really got put in the mainstream is when she held an event to have with over 1,000 men, and her goal was to break the record previously held by someone, which was 919. First off, for any dude that went out to that event and did it, every future partner you have deserves to know you went there and did it. A ton of the guys at the event that they had girlfriends.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Man, this heartbreaking. You can't tell me they didn't come out with some type of
Not
disease.
tons are.
To herself might be the disease. I don't care if everyone got tested and showed their results.
Someone in there is definitely lying about it.
She had to get 16 staff just to run the event and make sure it went fine. She showed her face the next day saying it didn't affect her.
This is what my face looks like after taking 1,000 men less than 12 hours ago. Told you girls, taking fluids, the moisturizer was good for your skin.
Saying this like she don't look like Lord Farquaad. And you won't believe when I say she's trying to do an act to top this one. Or maybe it isn't that hard to believe. She's holding an event on June 15th, which as of the time I'm recording this is only a couple of days away, where she's gonna tie herself up in a glass box, be naked, and have the box open for the public. And in her words, she wants people to be able to do whatever they want with her.
What challenges do you have next?
Bonnie Blue's petting zoo. I am going to be
Yeah,
in a
this was
glass
fun.
box,
This was
tied up, and it's going to be open for the public.
Oh my God.
Get me in the box, but people can join
Right.
me, touch me, just look at me.
Where?
I'm going to be in the center of London, but in a house.
This is straight up promoting grape culture, and you can't tell me otherwise. This type of event would
Not Eminem.
just her body could reach a point where it doesn't even recognize itself anymore. She's gonna need to do what actors do and have
That's
an
right.
on-set doctor or therapist there just to make sure she's okay to keep going. And she wants to do double the original event, so 2,000 men. For visual representation, this is what 2,000 men looks like. No, 2,000 people. How the you casually find that many people to do it? I sadly think if no one around her tries to get her help or a mental evaluation because her whole family agrees with what she's doing. If you're a man and agree with your daughter doing this, you lose 100% of your manhood. The only way it could get this far for someone
Patrick Mahomes went on there.
no one was checking her, which seems like the case. I've had enough talking about these two, though. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself rebaptized after researching all of this. It was not pretty. The dudes that sub to their OnlyFans and participate in this, by the way, are just as bad. I'm waiting one day for hackers to hack OnlyFans and release every
from
person's
SquarePants.
name sub to one. That would be a hell of a day on the internet. Anyway, make sure to follow me on Twitch and sub to my second channel. I'm trying to stream as much as possible this summer. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
oh shit. So
Brent said he wanted to get rebaptized.
I mean, I don't blame him. I mean, after just
I don't blame him.
When the temperature drops,
mhm.
It's absolutely insane. I honestly I never heard of these two women. I guess I'm not. I've just never come across either.
I mean, you lucky you're not on TikTok. That's why, because a lot of this stuff.
I'm not. I'm not. No.
I
And
mean,
I'm one for our stuff is more like we kind of keep to ourselves, and the stuff that we watch is just more music intended. I'm not one, but to be honest, Drew, I feel that this is insanity. It's insane.
Yeah, and there's literally an interview with her mom saying that she 100% support what she's doing, and I'm looking at him like you just as bad.
How? And
You
is it just because of the money? You think do you feel that that's what it is? It's just the money situation?
I mean, that could be the case, but it's probably some other reasons behind it. But I just know that she just doesn't care what she's doing. Like I don't even know. It's just like because even there was another video where she had went to Five Guys and literally try to harass a 17-year-old and talk about like, do you have the Five Guys or whatever? Like the other way, the other definition, and basically just but honestly, the guy literally obviously backed off, like because he was a he was Christian, so he kind of backed away and respectfully say that he wasn't interested or whatever. So there's so I'm just saying she has done things like harass other guys and promoting herself really. So that's all I know.
I think absolutely there has to be a psychological evaluation. There is no way that a person has this mentality. I mean, where would she get it from? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I would have to say maybe she was sexually abused. Maybe that's why.
I can sway that way. That could be a very persuasive argument because she doesn't value herself. There's no value. And the only value she has, honestly, is the fact that she could use her body to make a buck.
Yeah, so that's where that's pretty much my only explanation. Because I mean, you don't just come out being born just trying to sell your body to everybody. So I mean,
Agree, and it's a topic. It's a very graphic topic, right? My daughter's here, and the reason why she's here is because I wanted her to hear, you know, um, what women are willing to do and are capable of doing, and making her generation aware that it is never okay. That this situation is definitely okay, no matter how much money you need. Um, there's a way of getting it in a way that you don't have to exploit yourself or your body. And me as a parent, 'cause I'm a parent, first and foremost is to take care of my children.
hmm
There's no way that I would be okay with any of my children, in that situation, much less, like her mother saying like, oh, I agree. I think my daughter should sleep with 1,000 men, and let people, what is it? What was she gonna do? A petting zoo?
yeah, Pettinser, where basically she's gonna be in the center of London, kind of like Times Square in New York, where they could do whatever as far as I'm not gonna say it again, but
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
basically whatever, like
All hands on deck, basically, right?
yeah,
All
pretty much,
hands on deck. So
yeah,
they could touch her, they could see her, they can sexually
and
do
all of that,
things to her.
and all of that's
Okay.
all of that's for free.
Just so she can create content on TikTok and on her OF, I guess I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah, and all of
And people, I mean, you know what I think, what worries me the most, and this is just me, as a mom, is I think, do men actually, are men really this desperate?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
especially,
that's the answer.
yeah, especially for those who've never experienced anything with the girl. So it's like, or if they're just like not happy in their marriage, because I feel like a lot of those guys are probably having issues with their relationships, or they're not getting whatever they needed or whatever, and that's pretty much how it is with most guys. Because I feel like the easy way out, or the other or only way to cope, is go to another woman, and obviously with her being so huge, they want to.
And being so open, right?
Hmm.
It's not even like a prostitute anymore. Prostitution is like everybody's in the shade, right? They're in the shadows. Now
Yeah.
it's like, the way I see it now with TikTok and all these influencers and now only it's more like I'm open for business and now it's legal.
Yeah, I mean, but at the end of the day, I still look at I still look at it as another form of prostitution. Like
I agree.
the only difference is that the business is a little bit more organized, and obviously, they get paid to do this. So,
And it's crazy because prostitution before in like the 70s, the 80s, and 90s, right? Prostitution was a form of a criminal intent,
hmm
right? There was no way that a male can go up to a female, work in the streets, and not get in trouble, the female or the man, right?
yeah,
Now it's like everybody's open for business and everybody's okay with that.
yes, like I said, it's the legal version of prostitution.
Exactly. And I'm more shocked so that everybody's now okay with it. That's what shocks me the most, I think.
Hmm.
And that's why I want Emmy to think very, very hard about, her mentality can't be sane. It's not a sane mentality. And it's crazy. You know what I mean? Like, to
Yeah,
think. And you said she's in her 20s. Imagine what she's going to perceive in her 40s, what she's going to look like, what her body's going to intake when she's 40 years old.
I mean, for all the stuff that
We're
she's done,
not rubber bands, I can tell you that.
I mean, I'm surprised she ain't catch nothing yet because of all them guys.
Yeah, and yeah, and I think, what did they say, something about, oh, they have to bring in some kind of test or something to prove that they don't have a disease? Is that what they said?
Yeah, or if they
Do you know how
had
many people forge that?
either that, or I don't even know. Honestly, I really don't know. Well, I want to say they probably use protection, but probably they don't. So I'm just surprised she ain't pregnant yet.
Or maybe because of who knows what she did to her body to enable herself to get pregnant,
Yeah, probably.
just so she can clout chase this. This is like the most disgusting thing, and it's crazy. But it's a topic. It's a topic. People should be talking about what is the perception, and I hope um, maybe people in the comment section can let us know what their perception is. What if they feel that this is something that in their right mind is a good thing, or something that is not the greatest thing to encounter or endure.
Virgo.
I'm on the side of sanity. Can people fall in love at 18 and get married? Absolutely.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely. But, should people be falling in love at 18 and getting married? Probably not. They should, enjoy life. Not to this extent, right? Not this, but enjoy life, like, travel and learn new cultures and stuff like that. But this, I'm telling you, TikTok has really turned me off. It's just not for us.
So let me ask you. So
Sure.
would you rather deal with her or be a fan of the Chargers? Or no, no, or the Rams rather. The Rams rather. I keep forgetting.
I'm 100% a Rams fan.
Okay.
Go Niners, but I'm 100%. If that's my choice, I am 100% go Stafford.
So I mean, even if it stings, it's still you probably just take it.
I'm sorry. I just cannot accept a woman taking us back, especially the first woman who said about feminism. She's absolutely wrong. She just took us back 100 years. That is not the definition of feminism. That is not empowering women to take back. Oh, we can do what a man can do. That's not. That's not it. That's absolutely not what I was taught. So absolutely not. I am 100%. Shoot, I'm a Chiefs fan. If you want to, and you know that I would never say that. You know that that would be illegal. But
Mm-hmm.
if it came to that, that is my 100%
Mm-hmm.
against what these young ladies are doing.
Oh, well, look on the bright side. At least they put you on screen.
I'm just saying, right? That's facts.
Yeah, so that's one. I say one good thing out of the video is that.
And thank you. I mean, thank you for sharing this. I mean, it's something of an eye opener. And like I told you, even though it is a little, you know, graphic to hear and stuff like that, young women like Emmy who they're to be listening to not only to say that is not something that I want to do, and that's not something that I was invoked to do, right? That's not something that I want to do for a quick buck. There's other ways of getting education
Yeah.
and getting educated and making money. But that is a way that I don't think my children would. No, absolutely not. So yeah. So so definitely a Rams fan, a Chiefs fan. I won't say Green Bay Packers because I just don't like the Green Bay Packers. But but even though it stings for me to say that, I'm a Niner fan all the way. You know it. I am not a Rams fan. But if it took from that to being a Rams fan, I'm wearing the blue shirt.
Yeah, you gotta take it. One way
I
or
gotta
another.
take it. I'll take it. Stings, but I gotta take it.
All right.
But thank you. Thank you for sharing the video, Drew. I appreciate it.
Mhm.
Thank you for collabing with us as well. I look forward to another collaboration and I want to appreciate it. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. And that would be it for the video. Like I said before, like, comment, and subscribe, and also subscribe
Sure.
to their channel, which I will have it in the link down below. And
Thank you.
remember, into your business before you can get it. Peace.
Facts. Peace out. Bye.
Bye.